Is it an amazing day? I'm Reverend Diane. I want to welcome you to the Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. And first up is Michelle LeMay with our wonderful announcements.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Oh, lights, that's new. I'm all shiny up here now. Oh, well, wow, we have a small and mighty crowd this morning. Everything that I'm sharing with you in regards to what we have going on at the center are also found on the back of your pamphlet that you got when you arrived. I know we have many new faces and some visitors, so welcome to everybody. We have some wonderful events this week. We have Reverend Diane, who's going to be doing Spirit Talk tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. And this happens every first and third Monday. And what happens is you come and gather, and it's all about kind of an informal discussion. It's done in a very intuitive, organic way where a reading will be picked out of the Science of Mind textbook and then talked about, shared about, and if any spiritual mind treatments need to take place, that'll happen at that time. And that's at 6 o'clock, Inspired Love Donation, and again, it's with Reverend Diane. On Wednesday, the Reverends Rita and Patrick will be back from their trip to Toronto, and they will be hosting the very last class in the series for the You Can Change Your Life. So you will have one more opportunity, and that's on Wednesday from 6 to 8 right here with both the Reverends. And it is, since it's the last class, there's some that are taking this for credit, so some people will be doing their projects. So you'll get to come and witness their projects that they've been working on pretty much, well, realistically, probably only the last week. But the idea was to have something along the past 10 weeks that they've been learning and growing through. So that's going to be on Wednesday. And then next Sunday, directly after service, we're going to have new member orientation. And that is for those, we've had many, many new members join us recently. So it's for those members who have already kind of gone through the process of filling out the form to become a member, but also those of you who may be interested in learning more about what it means to be a member. So that's going to be directly after service next Sunday. And then the following Sunday, on the 17th, is when we're going to be doing a special welcoming during service for those who have become new members recently. And that's always a beautiful ceremony, so it's great to come and support that. Now, the Reverends will be holding a brand new type of course called Flying Solo. That's going to start at the end of April 28th, and it's going to be for 6 weeks. It's a 6-week series all about writing your own story, and it's a whole process. And then you'll get to have an opportunity to perform a little 10-minute vignette about your life. And it's kind of like the highlights. You go through the whole process, because I heard a giggle over here about your whole life in 10 minutes, but it can be done, or a portion of it. The highlights. It's kind of like the Reader's Digest version of your life. But it's the idea of the whole process through the 6 weeks to discover the gems of your life, write about it, and then be able to share it. It has nothing to do with being an actor or wanting to be an actor, though if you have done other things like that, that's fine. But it's more about stretching your own limits and stretching your own comfort zone and sharing your story, because I know each and every one of you have your own story to share, and we all have lessons that we have to give others that we can learn from you. And then there will be a performance. There'll be one performance of that in June, the beginning of June, where then the rest of us can come and support you and learn a little bit more about you. So it is a 6-week course. It is only limited to 10 people. So if you are interested, and there have already been people who have signed up, please make sure that you sign up, and our bookstore has the sign-up sheet there. And then the other thing that I'm going to chat about, because we have lots going on in April, including another event with Michael and Carrie. They are our wonderful musicians here, and they have musical medicine that they share, and they're collaborating with other artists. And on Saturday the 30th, they're going to have another sound infusion healing. But it's going to be a little bit different than what we've been doing. It's going to be more including dancing and other instruments. So that's just a little teaser to put on your calendar, and it'll be a lot of fun. And we're kind of going to raise the roof on that one. Lately we've been all sleeping and falling asleep during the infusion healings, but now we're going to be raising the roof and dancing a little bit, and it'll be much more high energy, but definitely something that's going to be fabulous. And then Anna Myers, every month she holds the Spiritual Living Circles, where that is a group that gets together In Princeville, this month it's going to be April 13th, which is a Wednesday at 3 o'clock in Princeville, and they get together and discuss an article in the Science of Mind magazine, which is a magazine that is a monthly issue that you can purchase right here in the bookstore, or they have the online version. So you don't even need to actually have it to attend Anna's little spiritual living circle. And then the last little teaser I mentioned last week, and it brought a big gasp from some of you, is that I am working with a company in California where we're going to be putting together a tour. We have put together a tour for 2017 for us to go as a congregation to Peru. So we have had lots of people who have been inquiring and signing up already, making sure they get their spots. So if you are one of those people and you haven't chatted with me yet, please do so, because we want to make sure we have your spot. And then I will actually, in May, be doing a presentation to talk more about it. But if you want to get the highlights, we do have flyers hanging on the bulletin board. Well, that's it for me for right now. Thank you so much for your attention, and enjoy your service.
Thank you, Michelle. Well, now we have, Michelle is one of our practitioner students. We also have Malia, who is going to do our beautiful meditation for us. And so I am so grateful that Malia is going to do that, and we have some music to go with. Did you bring a reading? Let me light the peace candle for you.
And while the Reverend lights the peace candle, I'd like to invite everyone to take some long, deep breaths. Inhaling deeply, filling up the belly like a beach ball. And on the exhale, pulling the navel point into the spine. And if you want to get extra relaxed, try slightly closing off the back of the throat. The yogis call it the Ujjayi breath. The kids like to call it the Darth Vader breath. I call it the ocean breath, and it kind of sounds like this. And if you close your eyes and do that, you could find a really nice place to go. And if you're not into closing your eyes, just gazing at the tip of your tongue with your eyes 9/10 closed, it will be really relaxing. And I'd like to invite you to give it a try. So let's all inhale together. Exhale. And continue breathing deeply. I'd like to start off with our quote of the day. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakens. Carl Jung. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes. Enjoy your quiet time. present moment? Who looks outside dreams? Who looks inside awakes? Aloha ke akua. What I know is that God is love, and that God is everywhere present, all-powerful, all-knowing. All of these things. Infinite intelligence is in all of us, and we are one with infinite intelligence. Because we are at one with infinite intelligence, the world is ours. It's ours. And right now and right here, I just feel so loved and so accepted by the universe. And I know that love is here right now, and acceptance is here right now, and celebration of life, and celebration of love, and knowledge, and everything that we want is right here, right now, in this very moment. And I am so eternally grateful for the now, for being here now. I'm so totally grateful for that. And I release it, and I let it go, because I know it's true, and I speak my word, and I release it to the law, and as we say together, and so it is. Thank you.
What a blessing. Thank you, Malia. I am not Reverend Rita or Reverend Patrick. I'm Reverend Diane Decker. I'm the staff minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. I want to welcome you. And I wanted to let you know that they are in Toronto. They're coming back tomorrow. They have been there for the week celebrating Reverend Jonathan Zen's ordination. And so it's a very happy trip they've been on. And we've had some wonderful pictures on Facebook. And let's just all take a minute to say, aloha. Safe travels on your way home. So you may be wondering, if you're here for the first time, what we teach at a Center for Spiritual Living. Ernest Holmes, who is the founder of our philosophy, started every radio show, and he did weekly radio shows, with this phrase: there is a power for good in the universe, and you can use it. And the reason we believe that there is a power for good in the universe and we can use it is because we teach and we know and we understand that God is everywhere present. That means that God is right here where we are. And so all of those things that we attribute to God, power, love, peace, joy, are available to us in every moment. And this is what we teach here at the Center for Spiritual Living, how to access those qualities of the divine in our everyday experience. And so welcome if you have not been here before. I want to just ask, do we have any new folks here for the very first time? Well, welcome. As Patrick would say, we know something about you. You didn't know that when you walked in, did you? But we know something about you, don't we, everyone? What do we know about them? You are magnificent. And we know that about you because we know that about ourselves, and we know that about everyone. And so let's just take a minute to acknowledge that about ourselves. And we'll say, I am magnificent. Now we can just take a second and greet everyone else and remind them of the truth of their being. You are magnificent. You are magnificent. You are magnificent. You are magnificent. Aren't we all just amazing creations of the loving God? It's showing up within each one of us in such a wonderful way. And so welcome. Welcome to this place. Welcome to this time together. Please, if you are brand new, stay for refreshments afterwards and get to know us a little better. And now I want to just introduce Michael and Carrie Fox, who are our music directors. They have a brand new April song for us, so don't worry about not knowing it, because none of us do.
We don't know it
Well,
either.
they know it. They know it. They know it. So
Aloha, everybody.
please join
you guys
us.
like to stand up and enjoy this
Yes.
new month, this new way of thinking? Everything is working out, everything new, right, Carrie?
So we wrote this song based on the theme for this month. So we're just going to sing it over and over again, and I know you guys will catch on by the end of the song. So,
We have Katie dancing, so we're okay.
so here we go. It's time to celebrate this love I have inside. It's time to celebrate this joy of being alive. So let's flow, 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 and let's go, go, go with this feeling that I have. And let's celebrate, celebrate, celebrate everything new. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate everything new. A new me,
A new me.
a fresh start,
A fresh start.
one strong and beating hard. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate everything new. There it is. Ready? One more time. Here we go. It's time to celebrate this love I have inside. It's time to celebrate this joy of being alive. So let's flow, 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 and let's go, go, go with this feeling that I have. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate everything new. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate everything new. A new me, a fresh start, one strong and beating hard. Gonna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate everything new.
So as we open ourselves to celebrate this one powerful life that's moving in and through each one of us, I give thanks for this day. I give thanks for this service. I give thanks for each one of us showing up as the magnificent beings that we are and sharing our love with each other. And so I know that this service, the music, the volunteers, the everything unfolds in the right and perfect way according to the law as law. And it does so with magnificence. Together we say, and so it is.
We're gonna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate everything new. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate everything new. A new me, a fresh start, one strong and beating hard. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate everything.
Oh, you guys did great with a brand new song. Very good.
Good job, everybody.
I did great with a brand new song. Because I'm magnificent, yes. Well, now I would like to invite up, again, our practitioner student, Michelle LeMay, who is going to lead us with a reading, affirmation, and a spiritual mind treatment to set us in the right frame for this service today. Thank you, Michelle.
Aloha, everyone, again. I chose a reading from Mike Dooley. He has his daily notes from the universe, and this came from a friend at the perfect time. The presumption at all times and under all circumstances should always be that you are good enough, worthy enough, and lovable enough, and that you are exactly the right kind of person in the right place at the right time. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been instilled with such dreams in the first place. So as you let that soak in, I have an affirmation that I'll say and then I'll have you repeat with me a couple of times. My life is unfolding perfectly. Repeat. Life is unfolding perfectly. One more time. My life is unfolding perfectly. And how we know it's perfectly is because there is only one life, and that life is God's life, and that one life is perfect because God is perfect. I am perfect within this same love, this same energy that God is, as each and every one of you are individualized expressions of this perfection, of this love. So that's how I know that our lives are perfect. No matter what it may look like, we know that it is perfect, and we have perfect health and perfect finances, perfect creative expression of our lives, and perfect relationships with ourselves and with others. There is only perfection, and I'm so grateful for the perfection, but also the fact that we, each and every one of us, remember that it's already perfect. Nothing needs to be fixed or changed. It's perfect as is. And all we need to do is remember that and come back to that with lots of gratitude, because gratitude leads the way. My heart is full of gratitude as we sit here remembering our perfection. And I release this word into the universe that only says yes, that is only love, as we say together, and so it is.
We have some wonderful special music with Carrie and Michael. Thank you, Michelle, for setting us up so beautifully.
All right. Well, aloha again, everybody. We thought when we were deciding on our special song, since it is a new month and the theme is everything new, it's almost like we're renewing our love for this beautiful land that we reside on. And so we wanted to do a little island song, especially for our dear friends and reverends that are in a very cold place right now. So we wanted to send them a little aloha from Kaua'i.
And if you know the song, sing along if you'd like.
So here we go.
Bring a little ocean flow for everybody, right? Uamau ke eo ka'aina, I kapono o Hawaii. The life of the land is preserved in righteousness.
There's an island across the sea, beautiful Kaua'i.
There we go.
Beautiful Kaua'i. And it's calling, yes, calling to me.
All together.
Beautiful Kaua'i. Beautiful Kaua'i. In the midst of Fern Grotto, Mother Nature made her home. And the falls of Wailua, where lovers often roam. So I'll return to my island across the sea.
Across the sea.
Beautiful Kaua'i. Beautiful Kaua'i. In the midst of Fern Grotto, Mother Nature made her home. And the falls of Wailua, where lovers often roam. So I'll return to my island across the sea.
Across the sea.
Beautiful Kaua'i. Beautiful Kaua'i. In the midst of Fern Grotto, Mother Nature made her home. And the falls of Wailua, where lovers often roam. So I'll return to my island across the sea.
Across the sea.
Beautiful Kaua'i. Beautiful Kaua'i.
together.
Beautiful Kaua'i.
Love you, Patrick and Rita.
Sirens, just in time. May there be a blessing at the end of their journey. It's springtime. It's almost a little hard for me, this being my very first springtime on Kauai, because I'm used to seeing the same things coming up every spring and knowing by the quality of light that spring is here. And so I'm looking around our yard, I'm looking around our island, and I'm looking for what's new. We've been here 2 months now. Everything is new. It seems like every day there's something new to learn, someplace new to be, something new to experience, and I'm just reveling in it. And I hope you take the time to do that as well. So anyway, I'm looking around this island noticing what flowers weren't here in February, because there's always flowers somewhere. I'm noticing, how is the light changing? I'm noticing what's different in me since I've been here. But sometimes we kind of get stuck in winter. We feel like life is stormy. We feel like it's kind of gray and overcast in ourselves, in our own experience. And we might get stuck there. But springtime reminds us that there is always something new happening, that there is a cycle to life that won't allow us to stay in one place very long, because we release the old and we embrace the new, and then we move on to the next yet to be. But don't we sometimes want to just stay stuck? Has anybody been there? I know I have been there when things were gray and bleak and dark, and I didn't really notice it so much because I had gotten used to it. I had gotten used to feeling like this is the way it would always be. And even though it wasn't very comfortable, I was familiar with it. Even though there was something within me that was saying it's time for a change, I didn't want to do it. I'm just going to crawl back into bed, pull the covers up, and pretend it's not there. But springtime always happens, doesn't it? Let's try something. Let's try holding on to the old, okay? Everybody, take a big breath. Oh, you exhaled. And you breathe in again. How long can we hold on to what's old and stale and no longer useful to us? A long time? Was it pain? It was painful. And often our lives do get pretty painful before we're willing to welcome the new. So that's what we're talking about today. You're getting to the place where you know it's time for something different, but you don't know what to do about it. That's one of the great gifts of the Science of Mind teaching, is that we offer tools here to make those changes. We have to release what was so necessary before. There are ways of being in the world, there are habits we picked up along the way that were very useful to us. They might have protected us and kept us safe. They might have helped us to interact with others. But now we find they're starting to chafe. We find that they're starting to chafe others. And that we're even getting uncomfortable with our own behavior. But we don't know what to do. And so nobody, really likes to let go of the old until they know what's coming. It's kind of, we want to stay safe, But we limit ourselves by thinking what has come before, what we've always known, what's pinching right now is all that's available to us. Ernest Holmes reminded us of this all the time, that there are unlimited possibilities for good, and unlimited means more than you can imagine. It means more than you have ever expected before. It means things coming into your experience that right here, right now, you have no clue they're coming. But something's up. Because things are starting to chafe and pinch and get uncomfortable. And when you open your mind to be willing to just change a little, something new starts to happen within you. Something new comes into your life, and we become willing to release what our history has been. Now, we know that our history has shaped us, right? We can't undo who our parents were, or what we did in high school, or what we did when we were 20, or what we're doing even last week. That history is part of who we are. It doesn't go away, but that doesn't mean that's what's coming. More of that doesn't have to come in the future. Because right here today, we can make a decision to do something different. Right here today, we can embrace the knowledge that there are infinite possibilities for us, that transformation is possible, that springtime comes. It doesn't just come in the natural world, it comes within us. Because God is in everything, it is moving and growing and changing in everything. Change is the way that God manifests new blessings in our lives. It is the way God within moves us forward. The spiritual path doesn't let us stay stuck. When we're just even the tiniest bit aware, we notice when things are not working very well for us. If we stay too long in that uncomfortable, pinching place, we become set in those ways. We become inflexible, and it's even harder to move out from there. Time for change is noticed within you, within your body, within your affairs, within your mind. Part of our Declaration of Principles in the Science of Mind that Ernest Holmes wrote back in the 1940s is, we believe the ultimate goal of life to be a complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be accomplished by all. How does that feel? Does that feel like it's kind of over the top? Does that feel like it's totally doable? What does it feel like for you? All discord of every nature. It starts right here in our minds, in our lives, in our living rooms. It starts in the car when you're driving down the road. Encouraging news, the encouraging message, I guess, of the science of mind and spirit is that no matter what may be happening in your life today, no matter what may have happened in your life before, your consciousness can be changed and a new train of being can be brought into existence. Thought creates the inner movement that starts this for you. And a changed consciousness then changes your affairs. We notice our circumstances begin to shift, and we notice that we're showing up in a new way. Now, you may not know how you do this. You may not know what is yours to do, or where you even start with changing your consciousness. Well, here's the place for a plug for Spirit Talk on Monday nights. Spirit Talk on Monday nights is where we talk about living this philosophy, where we talk about bringing it in to our everyday lives. what we think about, what we watch on television, what we read, how we talk to people, how we show up at work. These are all examples of our personal use of the law of mind. So are we using them in a positive way every day, or are we using them in a negative way every day? And if we catch ourselves, because we all have those days, don't we? If we catch ourselves having a negative morning, it's said you can start it over anytime, right? But how do you do that? So let me give you a little analogy about what we do. So suppose you're sitting by a fire, you're at a bonfire at the beach, and a cinder lands on your sleeve. What do you do about that? You brush it off right away because you don't want it to burn you, right? Well, that's what we do with negative thinking too. When we notice that there's negative thinking going on in our mind, or even that it managed to get out of our mouth, we brush it off immediately and replace it with what I didn't mean to say that. It's okay to do that. Did you know that? Just like it's okay to say I made a mistake. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. What I meant to say instead was, you're amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Our new thoughts, when we allow them in, when we replace the old stuff that we've been thinking about for so long, when we allow them in, they absolutely change our conditions that we experience in our lives. If we're clinging to those old ideas stubbornly, then we don't get to change our experience. We have to make the decision to change within ourselves. We have to welcome the new. Because if we have only come here on Sunday, or we have only read a book, or we have only gathered information, it doesn't make that much difference in our experience of the world around us. It's when we choose to embody that information, to try it out, to try living it, to brush off that cinder when it lands on your sleeve or starts to come out of your mouth. It's then that we practice our faith and build those muscles that allow us to live in the world in a loving way. When we're finding that we're having difficulties and we want to change we've gotten to the point now where we want to change our consciousness. There's something called spiritual mind treatment. And there might be somebody here who doesn't know what that is. What is spiritual mind treatment? In some places it's called affirmative prayer. In some places it's called healing prayer. In the science of mind we call it spiritual mind treatment, because we are treating our thinking into a new way to bring increased good, to bring healing in our bodies, to bring better conditions in our lives through the way we talk to ourselves and the way we are in the world. So a good analogy for spiritual mind treatment, we can practice this in the springtime, can't we? We can choose the seeds we want to plant. I'm a gardener, so almost every time I talk, I'm going to talk about seeds and soil and plants and their fruit that we get to lovingly enjoy. So we go to the nursery and we choose a packet of carrot seeds. We take those carrot seeds and we plant them in the ground, and you know what we expect? Carrots. We don't expect petunias. And if they show up, we weed them out because this is a carrot patch. When we take tomato seeds, we plant them in the ground. What do we expect? Tomatoes. We don't expect rutabagas. Now, if you're a gardener like I am, you know that weeds crop up here and there, and we have to tend the soil. We have to nourish the soil. We have to pull the weeds out. We have to till. We have to nurture those seed thoughts that we have planted. And then, if we're patient, then we get carrots or tomatoes. Or petunias if we wanted petunias. We get to decide what we're going to plant. And that's the news that Science of Mind shares with you, is that we get to choose the end result that we will receive. If we want carrots, we don't plant potatoes. And so if you want infinite possibilities, you don't plant negative thinking. If you want increased health, you don't tell your body that, oh, it's awful today, I hate this, my back hurts. You bless your body. You water it with wonderful thoughts of good for all the good it does for you. You do things that increase your opportunities if you want to increase wealth. And if you want friends, you go to where your friends are. You don't stay home grumbling. Because none of those things are going to come around in your experience unless you do the planting of the seeds that you want to experience. If just once you planted a carrot seed and you got a tomato, we couldn't call it a law of nature, could we? We know that we can depend on this. We absolutely know that when we plant a certain seed, it's going to produce after its own kind, because that's what it does. And that's what the universal mind does. We plant the seeds that we want to experience in our lives, and it does what it does. Just like the soil, it brings forth the fruit of the seed. And we experience changed conditions. Treatment plants the seeds that we want in the soil of our consciousness, and the seed must take form when conditions are right. Be ready and willing to take action when you're guided by Spirit. We have to trust the law of good to set you safe and satisfied and sound in the place where you chose to be. If you want your experience to change, you must really mean it. If you really want carrots, you must be ready for a harvest of carrots. Or in the case here on the islands, if you want papayas, you must really be ready to have all those papayas, or all those grapefruit, or all those oranges, or all those mangoes. Oh my goodness, you must be ready for the harvest. Or share them, absolutely. The universe is going to swing into action when you plant new seeds, because that's what it does. It might bring up the places where you've been resistant to change. But those are the weeds we need to get rid of so that the new harvest can come forth. Right here, right now, we get to choose again whether we're going to plant positive experiences in our lives or whether we are going to continue planting the seeds that we have always gotten. Raymond Charles Barker wrote, God moves into action in you and by means of you in order to expand the you that you know into the larger you that is possible. I've seen people come to churches and centers just like this with years of unhappy conditions behind them. They grab a hold of these teachings, they start practicing them in their lives, and gradually those negative conditions fall away because they're not being fed and nurtured anymore. They become creative, happy people. Remember, you are the unlimited creation of the divine. You are, let's just try that together. That feels like an affirmation. I am the unlimited creation of the divine. And, we know the divine is within us. We're not talking about an outside deity. We're talking about spirit within us. We're talking about being a divine creation and knowing that, maybe those crazy ideas that we get sometimes are really the mind of God working in us to bring us new experiences, to bring us positive growth and change, to bring opportunities for us to show up in the world in a new way. So follow those crazy ideas. Welcome the new into your life. Allow it to take root and nurture it. And keep weeding out those negative thoughts. Keep brushing off those cinders. Keep allowing this philosophy to change your life in the most wonderful way that it does. If even once it didn't work, it wouldn't be a law. We believe in the law of mind. And we know that it unfolds perfectly for us every time. Peace and blessings to you. It is time now for our offering, and if you would look in your program and notice that there is a prosperity affirmation, I would love it if you just hold your offering in your hands and infuse it with your love, with your blessings for good, and speak this affirmation together. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I give freely today, knowing it returns to me abundantly. And we have a new gratitude song. If you'd like to dance along, just put yourself in the aisles and dance along.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me, and I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me, and I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful.
In this moment, I give thanks for all these tithes, these offerings, these blessings that bless this center in such a generous and amazing way. I give thanks that the center is a good steward of its resources and it uses them to further this philosophy and do good work in the world. And so I give thanks for your generous nature. I give thanks for the blessings bestowed upon this center, and know that it increases abundantly within us. Thank you. Thank you. And so it is. Did you know that we have a prayer and treatment box in the lobby? If there is something that came up in you today or something that's happening in your life that you would like prayer support for, Reverend Rita and Patrick and myself would be honored to hold your prayer requests in our heart and do treatment for you. So if you would like spiritual mind treatment to shift something in your experience, please, there's a prayer request form in the lobby and there's a box there, because the universe always says yes. So as you're putting that treatment request in there, know that it is done according to your belief. Well, it is my great blessing to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to all the people that helped make this service possible today. So many people, just wait till you hear how many people come together on Sunday to make sure that we can be here and grow here. And so I give thanks for Michelle for the announcements. I give thanks for Malia doing the meditation and invocation. Sue, who helped you with greeting today? Malia and Sue for greeting. Roseanne does the programs and every other little thing that she can manage to help with. Rob is doing the live streaming. Thanks, Rob. And then we saw Michelle again for the reading, the affirmation, spiritual mind treatment. Stephanie will be in the bookstore after service if there are any titles you would be interested in taking, or a new Science of Mind magazine for April. Do you guys follow the daily guides? Yes. It's wonderful. Every month a different minister writes the daily guides. And so each month it's a slightly different flavor on our Science of Mind philosophy. So I hope you'll enjoy that. Ron is over there making our beautiful dessert. Thank you, Ron, for everything you do. And Michael and Carrie, thank you for your music today. I think Janice was with the children. Is Janice here? Did we have children today? They're still playing, I guess. Thank you, Janice. Oh, Gigi? Gigi did the bowls for us. Thank you for bringing them. Was there anybody else I missed? I know you all just pitch in for everything. Thank you for doing what you do. We appreciate you, and we're grateful for you. Absolutely,
Thank
it's
you.
a joy. Well, now we'll have our closing song. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Michael
Do you
and
have a
Carrie, for
question?
bringing us music. We have a question?
Oh, she had her hand up.
Okay.
It's okay.
Pretty much grateful. Awesome.
Aloha.
We're pretty much grateful too. Thank you for
All
being
right.
here today.
You think we could all turn around and say hi to Patrick and Rita, maybe?
Hello, Patrick
Aloha,
and
Patrick,
Rita. We'll see you next week.
Yay.
See you soon. All right, you
All
guys
right,
feel like standing
gang.
up a little bit?
Let's
maybe,
celebrate a
and rock
little
the
bit.
house?
A nice closing song that hopefully you're all familiar with. I Can See Clearly Now.
We can.
And I can see clearly now the rain is gone. And I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Sing along, everybody.
They're doing great. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. And all of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Here we go.
Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. And I can see clearly now the rain is gone. And I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Oh, I give thanks for this amazing service, knowing that each one of us is here by divine appointment and was gifted with whatever it was you came here for today. The universe said yes, didn't it? Oh, I give thanks for my knowledge that there is only one life, one power, one presence, and it is right where each one of us are, and we get to take it out into the streets today and every day. And so I give thanks that that power is moving through each one of us in a grander way than it was possibly before. I give thanks, and I release this word to the infinite law of mind, knowing that it cannot do anything but say yes, that it demonstrates in each one of our lives according to our belief every time. It's a law, and I am so grateful. And so together we say, and so it is.
Here we go, everybody.
Yes, I can see clearly now the rain is gone.
Little clapping's good.
And I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. One more time. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Aloha, everybody out there.